British TV station was doing the walk up, the red carpet walk up for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, where before the movie started, Harrison Ford received an honorary Palme d'Or, I guess, ahead of the movie. And there are a lot of rumors out there that what basically what they're doing is there's a scene in the movie and they're putting dialogue that isn't insane to make the movie look worse than it is, and to make it look like woke shit. I can't imagine he's doing that, but don't believe him. I listened to Sci-Fi for Me, Jason Hunt today, and he had a lot of good stuff to say about watching the movie instead of listening to the rumors, okay? And for people who are spreading rumors, make sure of your sources. Okay, he did mention one person who doesn't know anything about his source. We know who that is. But he also mentioned Cameron and Doomcock. Anyway, which is good. Anyway, so I want to talk about it. So the red carpet, this French guy is talking about people I have no idea who they are. And then this British lady shows up, and then Harrison Ford gets out of the limo and helps Callista out, and they start walking up. And never once did they even acknowledge Kathleen Kennedy was there. That picture on my thumbnail is from just about maybe an hour and a half ago. Okay. And the dress, when I looked at it as she's walking up, looked like she got it. And the TJ Maxx and the cheap stuff no one wants to buy, and it goes on clearance. That's where it looks like she got it. A pile of stuff in a bin at TJ Maxx. It's gold. It's one-sided. It doesn't. Again, the woman just does not know how to wear clothes. She really doesn't know how to wear clothes, and it's too late for her. But so far, we'll see if she says anything. But I don't really think we're going to hear a word from her. This is all about Harrison. This whole thing is. So that's good. Let's see. Phoebe Waller-Bridge wore a black dress like this with a trumpet skirt. Comes down like that, comes out like that. Looked nice in it. Her jaw makes her look like a football player. And I'm not talking about rugby or soccer. I'm talking about an NFL player. She's got this big jaw. It's like duck face. Mads Mikkelsen looked great. Harrison, all right, I'm going to tell you. I know that tuxedo. He has had that tuxedo for decades. Okay, he still wears it. It looks great. He is probably the most sophisticated looking guy on the red carpet without looking like a fruit pie. Okay, there's some French singer on there that was wearing this creepy little white suit, and he had this like blonde or gray streak like that, and I was like, cringe. The walk up looked great, but again, no interview stuff at all. I'd have to go back on Twitter to see. Frank Marshall's there, and the pre-film or the pre-world premiere photos earlier today were just Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Boyd Holbrook, this other kid, Mads Mikkelsen, and Harrison. That's it. And James Mangold, but that's it. So I was very happy that she is that so far there's no Kathleen Kennedy narcissistic, look at me, look at me, look at me shit. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Okay, now about last night's Sparrow confirmation. Now, today we're just going to hear a lot of stuff about Indiana Jones 5. Okay. And I do think it's probably going to do $900 billion. No, 800 billion is what I said. And I'm still sticking to it. 130 million in the first weekend, maybe domestic, maybe all of it. And if 130 million across the thing, it's dead. Okay. Probably worldwide, I'll say 240 million. Okay. And then you're going to see it go up and then probably down. And it's not because it'll be a bad movie. Like today, I woke up to a black pill who decided to show up and basically start lecturing me like he's like anybody at Lucasfilm who hates Kathleen Kennedy would trust him with any information, lecturing me, and he was banned. I told him off. Again, don't come on my channel and do that. I don't give a flying fuck what your opinion is. If you do not have an educated opinion about what is going on, and you have not bothered to look at Disney's financials, and you have not bothered to look at the big picture, you just want to be mad, you don't belong here, okay? You don't belong here, all right? And don't fall for they don't care if they don't make money, they're being funded by the banks. No, they're not. The banks are failing, okay? So that's a rationalization by people who actually still think they're victims. And one of my pet peeves is someone who's never been a victim in their lives acting like a victim. Okay, hey Parabellum, what's looking to be a disaster? Because I don't know where you're getting that. I think Indiana Jones 5, it might not make all of its money back, but I think it's going to be a good movie. But people who, okay, so you're wrong there. Okay, just get used for me being perfectly blunt to the point of being rude. Okay, it doesn't have to be a disaster in, I don't know, some SJW fever dream not to make the money because people like you are spreading bullshit and lies about it. Okay, because people spread phony videos and phony dialogue, which is something that Jason Hunt was talking about. No, I'm right, you're wrong. It's not just a disagreement. I don't know, Zod Writer. We're going to hear, look, first off, we're going to hear a lot. Parabellum, laugh all you want. This close, buddy. This close. Negativity has no place here. All right? We take a big view, not the personal, I was wounded bullshit view. Okay? Again, fifis are irrelevant. All right? I don't know, from what I've heard through my odyssey of floating through this world, is that a lot of films nowadays use multiple endings. Let me address the screenings. The screenings that Disney had were not necessarily screenings for people like you and me. Okay, it was probably the executives and their families that got to watch it. And that's where Bob Chapek at the time threw they got to watch it, and Bob Chapek basically told Kennedy, fix it now. And then Iger, not that long ago, said the same thing to her. Okay, so there you go. My problem with people, and even in my generation, Generation X, is y'all started watching Marvel movies. and now it's desensitized you to actually watching movies. Okay, so a perfectly good ending might not be satisfying to you because there's not a bunch of shiny objects and explosions and, you know, actors who can't act but look pretty running around doing stunts and shit. Okay, which Indiana Jones, look, Indiana Jones is an adventurous guy who gets in over his head. Okay, he is oftentimes not the agent of the good stuff happening. Take, for instance, Raiders of the Lost Ark. When people say, well, this would happen regardless of if Indy was there or not, Indy saw it. Indy was able to get the Ark, after all the shit that happened on that island, back to the United States. Okay? So, yes, it did matter. Well, with James Mangold, Jason had a lot of good to say about it, Zod. About him. James Mangold is a proven director. He's a good guy. He's been disparaged by YouTubers and pill uh, black pill blobs because they made a lot of coin off of it. And again, you know, I'm gonna say this: if you hated The Last Jedi, you were okay with TFA, which makes you not really a Star Wars fan, but okay. But you hated The Last Jedi and you hated The Rise of Skywalker. And you're acting like a little victim. And I can't go back to Star Wars. Ugh. You know, there's that shit. Shut your mouth. Okay, shut your mouth. It's not about you. It is about fixing Star Wars, okay? And fifis on either side don't matter. So if you're complaining that they're going to adapt Heir to the Empire 2 and add some elements of the Mandoverse, I don't care. I don't care. I want to hear about it. If you're complaining that Favreau and Filoni are picking different things out of each realm of Star Wars, I don't care. Okay, as long as it's good, as long as it respects George's vision. Okay, and right now it ain't respecting anything. Okay, I'm gonna do, and I'm going to catch the Favreau and Filoni haters out. I've got my guy, my techie dude, Baz Taylor, running around looking for the one where Filoni says Kathleen Kennedy is his mentor. Because I already have it. Jon Favreau saying the same thing. Okay. So have fun trying to figure out how to, you know, logically come up, try to figure that one out, okay? Anyway, what else is going on? So we'll see. There's going to be rumors coming out. People will knee-jerk reactions and all the rest of this shit. The real reviews, they reviewed Jean Dubarry, which is a historical biopic of Louis the 16th's mistress. And first off, I'm looking at it going, I looked at the trailer that I saw and I was like, well, first off, the historical Jeanne du Barry was a blonde with blue eyes and she was beautiful. The girl they picked to play her is a dingy, typical brunette. Now, my video of today was talking about George's vision of what Leia and Padme are and were, and the ugly, the feminist version and the uglier and the uglying down of women in the sequel trilogy. You know, and that's the problem because I, uh, you know, it's one of those things where a woman should not be insecure about what she is. And to have George Lucas understand that, a guy, but these women, like, I mean, all right, today, Kathleen Kennedy, look at the thumbnail. This woman does not know how to wear clothes. She's never been comfortable in her body at all. And every time you see her, she's not dressed femininely. That's not even really femininely. It's an attempt, but she's so uncomfortable that she doesn't feel good, okay, about herself. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, despite being a woke bitch, actually looks happy in her own skin. Callista Flockhart, not my favorite person, looked happy in her own skin. There's the thing, okay, there's the issue. And you know, when I look at that and I think about it, I think this is the problem. The Star Wars sequel trilogy actually reflected what Kennedy felt of herself in the end, and what J.J. Abrams attempted to do by making every woman ugly or plain, because it was somehow anti-woman to make a woman look like a woman. Okay, what ultimately what this fourth wave feminism is trying to do is to erase women. Okay, and they're desperate to do it, and women are now fighting back. I mean, like I said yesterday, I was at the grocery store. I'm walking through. A guy is walking past me, hair about down to here, dark hair, full beard, scraggly, wearing a crocheted dress, fishnet stockings, and heels. In my town, my little dinky town, wrap your minds around that one. I wanted to throttle him because it's an insult to women to have that happen. All right? That he's, look, I have a fetish. That's what it is for him. Okay? It is not body dysmorphic disorder when somebody's, I think he's probably in his late 30s, walking around like that. He's just doing it because he has a fetish. Okay? All right. And I was so mad. And, you know, if I'd have been walking out with one of my friends like Dee Dee or whoever, I'd have just gone, how is this in my hometown? This is something that should be on Sunset Boulevard or, you know, walking down Fifth Avenue in New York, not Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It is, look, it's erasing women. It's taking what belongs to us and masculizing it. That pisses me off. That's what the sequel trilogy did. You know, this whole Reylo thing is just a cheap way to keep these stupid, dumb girls and the cat ladies happy. It had nothing to do with Star Wars. Rey is not a romantic woman. Rey is not this elegant, there's nothing elegant about Daisy. Look at what she wears. She's another one that can't wear clothes. Okay? I'm like, you know, so anyway. But there's a lot of stuff going on, the red carpet. Again, like Mads Mikkelsen looked great. I mean, all the guys look great. Harrison, classic, just classic. I saw some other dresses I was really horrified by. I think one, is it called Rose Pink? This Korean pop, this K-pop band, they're two girls. One girl actually dressed like a girl, and the other one was wearing this kind of dinky top, showed her stomach, and what looked to be hot pants on the red carpet at cons. Um, I was literally like, no. You know, I was really impressed. There were quite a few French ladies, older ones, who looked magnificent. But Frenchies know how to do it. I mean, those look. Fashion came from France. All right. Now it used to, till they started allowing guys on doing women's runway stuff. Um, and the models are too skinny. They really are. I mean, it's a far cry from the days when Claudia Schiffer and Stephanie Seymour and Heidi Klum walked the red carpet, and Naomi Campbell. All right. But New York, Paris, London, Milan, you know, European women know the older women know how to dress. They don't look. I mean, look, you see an American actress, and if she's young and she's skinny, she looks dingy. All right. You see a European actress, if she's young, she looks like a princess. Okay, she looks glamorous. There you go. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about this and post that shot of Kennedy because I just think it's great. Yeah, I really look magnificent in my Ramones t-shirt. I was out in the garden, so trying to will the eggplants to grow. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I gotta get ready to. I've got Save My Voice. We're doing the Cannes Film Festival with Dee Dee on Drinks with Dee Dee, so get ready for that. And I'll see you guys around.